ProCam would like to formally, extremely formally, welcome you, Miss Izabela Barker, to what I'm very proud to say is our first consultant chat. Because you get a bit excited with me. Don't need to be nervous, babe.
No, I'm not. I can hear the excitement.
There's... Yes. I'm trying to condense everything into one, just to give everyone a bit of an introduction. My brain works in interesting ways to try to inform people, help people, educate people on different elements. It's why these podcasts have been created. And one of the main elements is to what I would like to focus on is consultants, car care consultants in the chair, what you guys do, what you go through, just a little bit of a history. So fortunately, I was able to have you appear today, which has been a dream of mine for a very long time.
Yes.
I'm going to get a bit emotional here. You were 20 years ago the person that I saw and wanted to be just like when I grew up. So that's a little bit of a reason why I'm going to be a little bit starstruck, because I need to remove myself knowing you on a personal level and just welcome you to what I can confidently state is by far one of the best consultants that Victoria has ever had, and I'm guessing will ever have. So thank you for being here today, Izzy.
Thank you for having me.
I'm going to hopefully ask, and if you don't mind, a bit of a history as to how you started, where you started, when you started in car care and the automotive industry, please.
Okay, so 27 years ago, I worked...
27 years ago?
Yeah, I'm coming up to 27 years.
Okay,
yeah.
Thank you, sorry.
Yeah, no, I was in hospitality. I worked at Crown. I was a croupier. So
what's a croupier?
A blackjack roulette dealer, so croupier.
Croupier.
Yes, so, and I was a supervisor. So I worked in the casino space for 4 years. And my boyfriend, who is my husband at the time, his father...
Give him a plug, Daniel.
Daniel.
What does Daniel do?
Daniel's a builder.
Daniel builds for himself.
Yes, Aldabra Homes.
Aldabra Homes, check him out.
Watch this space.
Yeah.
So Daniel's father was involved in the automotive industry.
Okay.
And he worked for someone who has an amazing reputation, Jeff Brady. So Jeff Brady obviously no longer is in the automotive space, however, owned a lot of land, a lot of dealerships, and was very successful at the time. And my father-in-law said, there's something I think you'd be really, really good at, and I think you should have a chat to the ladies that I work with. And I went, oh, okay. So I had no idea that car care existed. I knew nothing about automotive because I was hospitality. Yep. And so I picked up the phone and I rang one of the consultants and I said, hi, I'm Izabela, I'm such and such, and explained who I am. And she said, oh yeah, hi. So I actually went in and visited her in a dealership. And we had a chat and she said, yeah, you'd be really good at it, this role. What we do is we sell car care to customers and we help them protect and look after their investment. And we offer them things that are not available on vehicles. So back in my day, there was a lot that wasn't available. We're talking engine immobilizers, we're talking car alarms, we're talking, yes, you've got your glazing back then or ceramic coating and so forth. But she was basically telling me how you can make a career out of it. And so I did an induction course for 2 days.
Who was that with?
So that was with Wins. So I worked for Wins. So
Gary Dumbrell.
Yes. So it was very, very interesting back then.
Yep.
Yes.
So we're not Ming Moles, we were Wins Wenches.
Yes.
Just to make it clear.
Yes.
No.
yes, absolutely. So it was quite interesting because I picked up the phone and I rang a lady by the name of Claire Oliver, who was a legend back in the day. And she didn't want to know me because I didn't know what an open question was or what a closed question was. And I asked her to give me just a chance to meet me. And so I had an interview. She met me, 2 days of induction, and I got thrown into a dealership.
Which one?
So I started off at Graham Werner Toyota in Ferntree Gully.
That's not there anymore.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
But that's where I started.
You started off in a Toyota dealership.
In a Toyota dealership.
No pressure.
No, I know. It wasn't easy.
Was it a busy dealership?
No.
Okay.
But in saying that, I guess back then doing about 60 Toyotas for a site like that. New cars, yeah, that was good because now I think demographics changed in Ferntree Gully. I'm not sure what numbers they're producing there. But that's where I started, and then from there the journey began and I chased.
You addict.
Yeah.
You junkie.
Well, I chased because Holden was Australia's #1 car. So every top consultant wanted to be in a Holden dealership.
Can you give me a rough idea? What year was that?
Oh, so we're going back to, what are we? So 220. So it would have been 2000 probably. So 1999 pretty much. Yeah, okay. 1999. Something like that. Yep.
That's crazy. I was still in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so a long time ago. Yeah, and...
so you chased for a Holden dealership?
Yep.
Did you get it?
Yep.
Which one?
So I was first blessed to get a job at Ralph De Silva, Holden.
Wow.
However, I really enjoyed working for the De Silvas. Absolutely amazing family. Great operators as well. Just the travel was extremely far. Like it was an hour in the morning, an hour home, leaving home at 7:30 in the morning, getting home at 7:30 at night. Back then we were an 11-day fortnight. So 5 days 1 week, 6 weeks the next.
Did you have kids?
No.
Okay, so 3 babies.
So yeah, just very young back then, just learning my way. Then I used to always dream and imagine of working at Ferntree Gully Holden. So Ferntree Gully Holden, they were doing like 150 cars back then.
New cars?
New and used.
Okay,
so,
yeah.
Actually, no, they'll be doing about, the numbers back then would have been about probably 80 new cars and about 60 used, something like that back then in Ferntree Gully. But it was a very, very large Holden showroom. And I used to drive past it when I worked at Toyota, manifesting I wished that I'd work there.
Yeah. It's one of those things again, we had a chat with someone during the week and Holden was like the place to be, wasn't it? Like in Australia, working in a dealership, it's like you want to work in a dealership, it was Holden.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, it was Holden. And so that dealership, there was a consultant there who'd been there for 5 years and she wasn't going anywhere. And when the position came up, 20 consultants went for the role. And I was one of the top 3 at the end. So to get that role...
Hold on, what did you do to this consultant that was there? Did you go in the middle of the night? And...
No, she was...
I know you, Izzy.
No,
you would have done something to get what you wanted.
No, she was an older lady and so she was ready to retire.
Okay.
So it was a miracle that she actually left. Yeah, because we all just knew that she was never going to leave. She was very comfortable. She was very happy there. And, when the job came up, I applied. So did 20 other consultants too.
Did you apply in a normal way or were you like really hungry? Was there any story about your application?
Well, so I got an interview because with our industry, it's all word of mouth. I mean, resumes are great, but it's a lot of who you know, not what you know. So it was more working at Ralph De Silva's. I just said, I can't do this travel. I'm dying. Like, someone help me. So then I got a phone call from the opposition saying, we'll put you forward, but you're going to have to sell our product. And I said, yep. And I said, no problem. And I said, I just can't do the drive. It's too far. My life I'm dying right now because minimal sleep and you're selling. And obviously we're selling do you want fries with that? Is the way I see it. You know, we're selling a non-tangible product and trying to tell a customer that it's tangible. So it is a very tough environment and a lot of pressure. And so I got an interview, and then I did my follow-up phone call, and I was told that it was out of 3. So every week I rang.
You did a follow-up phone call on an interview.
Absolutely.
Take note, humans.
Absolutely, yeah.
I've never done a follow-up phone call on my own interview. That is really clever.
Well, if you want the job, you've got to chase it. It's not going to fall in your lap. Like, that's just...
Very cool.
Like, if you want it, you've got to show them that you want it. Because why? Why should they choose you? What makes you any different to the top 3 that we've got?
Talk me through this follow-up phone call is.
I just rang and I said, "Hi, it's Izabela. How you going? Just a courtesy call. How are we going with the process?" "Oh, we're still deciding. So, I just every week kept on ringing.
Did you?
Yeah.
Every week?
Yeah, once a week, a follow-up phone call. After 3 weeks, then I got the job.
They're probably like, we just want this girl because we know she'll do her follow-ups.
Yeah.
That's great. So then you got the job.
Yep. So then I worked there, and then I spent a couple of years there, which was fantastic. I did leave for 1 year, the industry, so I wine repped for a year.
Did you?
Yeah. I just thought I can't.
Did you get high on your own supply?
No. No, because throughout that journey I got pregnant with Millie. So
that's not very good timing, is
No, it all happened by accident. And
surely you could have planned that a bit better. Like, you become a wine rep and then you fall pregnant.
Yeah, I know that, but that's okay. Then I didn't get high on my own supply.
Sure.
Okay. But that was quite an interesting journey because of everything that I learnt in the car care space, the importance of follow-up and process and procedures. It made me an amazing wine rep. I was very good at what I did. So within 1 year, my portfolio of what I had no idea of what I was doing or how I was doing it, but I just had a Melways and I targeted suburbs, and I would go to all these different bottle shops, drop off samples of wine, and a week, 2 weeks later, I would go and visit them and ask them how they were going. So I created nothing into 120 accounts within that space of time. So that was within 9 months. We were blessed enough to get wine also into, what is it? Why can't I think?
Dan Murphy's?
No, vintage cellars.
Okay,
So we got our range into vintage cellars. But then obviously falling pregnant and, having Millie, I didn't really have any maternity leave. So I left. But the principles and everything that I learnt in car care of how to follow up and how to deal with customers allowed me to build up a really large portfolio for the company that I worked for. So it was quite a blessing.
But what I can remember, I'll never forget seeing you for the first time presenting on stage as to the right way or the efficient way on how to sell. Like, you've always just been so precise about how you do everything. Is that the trick, do you think, in sales, any sales?
Well, it's about understanding your customer and it's about knowing your product. So product knowledge is priority over anything. If you don't know your product, you won't be able to sell it. If you don't believe in your product, you won't be able to sell it. But if you can't profile your customer, you don't know what tactic and what avenue you're going to go to how you're going to sell to them, because everybody's different. What's the saying about the canvas? There's no one same canvas. There's multiple different canvases. So you have to learn how to adapt.
Sugar. So you've gone from car care, then into wine repping, then having your first daughter, your firstborn, Millie.
Yep.
And then back into car care?
Well, I had a little stint working for a girlfriend selling used car or pre-owned warranties.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just, I had a little time where I was repping a little bit for her. She had a pre-owned warranty, so I assisted her. And then I got a phone call. And Millie would have been 18 months old, to ask me if I was interested in working a couple of days a week. First question, where? Jeff Brady, Holden, Barlow World. I went, yes.
Straight away.
So that was the Holden that you wanted to be, and that's the Glen Waverley mothership.
That was a huge. Is it still? It's still there.
Yeah, but Barlow World had bought out Jeff Brady, but that's where you wanted to be. That's where they were pumping out like 200 cars.
It was a massive site, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was Holden pre-owned and Volkswagen. So Volkswagen was just beginning to feel its feet back then.
What year was that?
Oh, so hang on, Millie's now 22, so what are we? So that would have been 2000, so 2003, something like that, I reckon. Yeah,
Okay.
2003.
And Volkswagen was crawling up in Australia.
So Volkswagen was producing about 60 units back then a month. But then the tide had changed, and then Holden had started to slow down, and then Volkswagen started going really well. So there was they started doing 120 new cars, 30 commercial.
Wow.
So yeah, Holden slowly started to quieten, and it was no longer the big player.
So going back into the industry part-time
Yes.
allowed you to still earn what you needed to earn,
Yes.
but then also be a mum and a wife.
Yes, it did.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, yep. So I started off 2 days a week, just covering the rostered day off, and then both of us on a Saturday because they did a lot. And then it grew to 3 days a week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Has, over the years that you worked in car care,
Yes.
has it changed?
Oh, very much so. Very much.